Do you dream of fairies and princesses? Then you've come to the right place. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePauli, and welcome to the House of Mouse headlines for the week of November 15th, 2020, brought to you by laughingplace.com, your up-to-date resource for the latest Disney news every day of the week. In this week's news, a new showcase from Voices of Liberty, a release date for the first MCU Disney Plus series, Disney's latest Toys for Tots efforts, and more. So let's get to it.
Hear the latest news from the Walt Disney Company in today's House of Mouse headlines.
With Disneyland and Disney California Adventure still closed, the Disneyland Resort hotels are currently no longer accepting reservations through December 31st. Previously, they had been taking bookings but canceling them at regular intervals. This development comes as Disney says they don't expect the parks to reopen before the end of the year. Incidentally, while the hotels may not be open, Disney has announced that the villas at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa would be reopening to Disney Vacation Club members on December 6th, with additional information on what members can expect at the villas during their next stay to be shared soon. Of course, at this time, Downtown Disney does remain open and will extend to Buena Vista Street beginning November 19th. Sadly, with the continued closures at the Disneyland Resort, more furloughs have impacted cast members in California. The unfortunate news was announced in a letter penned by Disneyland Resort President Ken Potrock, who wrote, "Since Disneyland Resort closed its gates in March, nothing has been more important than fully reopening and getting our cast members back to work. That's why it is with heavy hearts we find ourselves in the untenable situation of having to institute additional furloughs for our executive, salaried, and hourly cast." End quote. Note that these furloughs are separate from the layoffs also affecting Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products employees. Closing out his letter, Potrock showed gratitude for the resort's cast, saying, "I want to thank each and every one of you for your resiliency and resolve during these challenging and unpredictable times. I am continually in awe of our amazing cast and look forward to the day when we can celebrate the reopening of Disneyland Resort." Now heading over to Walt Disney World, it has been announced that the beloved singing group Voices of Liberty will be featured during the 2021 Taste of Epcot International Festival of the Arts. The group will take to the stage at America Gardens Theater with a brand new showcase, the Disney Songbook, performing a variety of favorite Disney songs and celebrating the artistry of Disney composers and lyricists. This news is extra exciting as it was believed that the Voices of Liberty would be ending their run in 2020. It's just one more reason to visit the Taste of Epcot International Festival of the Arts if you can. This winter, Tokyo Disneyland will celebrate happiness with an entire event dedicated to Baymax from Big Hero 6. The Happy Fair with Baymax will be held from January 13th through March 18th of 2021 and will include a meet and greet opportunity, specialty merchandise, new menu items, and much more. Notably, many of the offerings for this event will be centered in Tomorrowland, which recently welcomed the addition of the Happy Ride with Baymax. Now let's hope that things are a bit happier for all of us next year in 2021. Lest you worry that extenuating circumstances would mean fewer holiday specials this year, the Disney Channel wants you to set those fears aside. This week, the network announced 3 different special programming events for kids and families that will air next month. First up on December 4th will be Disney Holiday Magic Quest, a 1-hour high-stakes adventure navigated through the twists and turns of Magic Kingdom Park. 2 days later, on December 6th, comes Challenge Accepted, Disney Channel's epic holiday showdown where network stars will compete to save the holidays from Ebenezer Scrooge. Finally, a holiday sketch comedy show titled Disney Channel Holiday House Party will air on December 11th. If you miss any of these broadcasts, each of these 3 specials will also be available on Disney Now. So get ready for all kinds of holiday fun on Disney Channel this December. Changing the channel to ABC, the network has revealed a number of non-scripted premieres for early next year. This includes the next season of The Bachelor kicking off on January 4th, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, The Chaser, and The Hustler all debuting on January 7th, To Tell the Truth returning on January 26th, and finally American Idol beginning its latest season on Valentine's Day, February 14th. These series join a number of scripted programs that have resumed production and begun airing new episodes. In other words, there's plenty to watch on ABC as we head into the new year. Last weekend, the world learned that longtime Jeopardy host Alex Trebek had passed away at age 80. In addition to helming the classic game show since 1984, the beloved host also appeared in the Epcot attraction Ellen's Energy Adventure, essentially playing himself in Ellen's dream version of Jeopardy! Trebek was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer last year, but continued to work throughout his battle. In fact, he continued to host shows until less than 2 weeks before his passing, meaning that new episodes of Jeopardy! Will air through December 25th. Among those sharing remembrances of Trebek was Disney Executive Chairman Bob Iger, who said, "We mourn the loss of Alex Trebek, a friend, a colleague, an icon. He graced us with warmth, wit, and pure elegance, which is why we welcomed him into our homes night after night, year after year. We are deeply saddened for his wife Jean, his family, and millions of Jeopardy! Fans." With more than 70 million paid subscribers worldwide, Disney Plus continues to add more original content. That's definitely the case in December, with 3 new films and series coming to the platform. First up, the all-new Christmas comedy Godmothered will premiere on December 4th. Starring Isla Fisher, Gillian Bell, Jane Curtin, June Squibb, and more, the film follows a young, inexperienced fairy godmother in training. Then on December 11th, the film Safety, about Clemson University football star Ray McElrathbey, will debut. Safety features Jay Reeves as McElrathbey, whose faith and persistence help him to triumph over repeated adversities and play football on scholarship at Clemson, all while struggling to raise and care for his 11-year-old brother. Lastly, the documentary series On Point, about the Youth School of American Ballet and its annual performance of The Nutcracker, will arrive just in time for Christmas. All 6 episodes of the original docuseries will be available to watch starting on December 18th. It's all just a reminder that, in between episodes of The Mandalorian, there's much more to explore on Disney+. Despite Disney Plus recently stating that WandaVision would premiere by the end of the year, Marvel fans will have to wait a bit longer for the show, as it will officially debut on January 15th. Not only will WandaVision be the first Marvel Cinematic Universe series, but it will also mark the start of Phase 4 following multiple delays for the Black Widow film. Blending classic television and the comic book adventure, the new show stars Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, reprising their roles as Wanda Maximoff and Vision, respectively. Get ready for a wild ride when WandaVision hits Disney Plus on January 15th. Calling all fellow theater nerds, Disney's stage adaptation of Mary Poppins has released a new cast recording album recorded live at the Prince Edward Theater. This new recording was made in 2020 from the recent West End revival, which opened in London on November 13th, 2019, and plans to resume performances sometime in 2021. Previously, the original production from Disney Theatrical and Cameron Mackintosh released a studio-produced cast album in 2005. Additionally, a live album from the Australia production was released in 2011. Mary Poppins, the definitive supercalifragilistic 2020 cast recording, is now available on Amazon and beyond. A new album that features 17 former Mouseketeers will now also benefit out-of-work cast members. The producers of the recently announced Christmas album, Why? Because It's Christmas, announced they will add cast member pantry to the list of beneficiaries from the project. Among the performers on the album include En Vogue's Rona Bennett, The Voice's Tony Luca, and several other members of the Mickey Mouse Club. In addition to cast member pantry, it was previously announced that proceeds would support Music Cares, as well as the Brave of Heart Fund. To preview Why? Because It's Christmas and attend the virtual release party, visit mmcholidays.com. The holidays are a time for giving back, and the Walt Disney Company is doing just that, once again partnering with Toys for Tots. This year, actor and self-proclaimed Disney superfan Neil Patrick Harris is helping kick off the initiative and spread the word that, from now through December 13th, you can donate a toy online at shopdisney.com/toysfortots, or drop an unwrapped toy at any Disney store in the US, including World of Disney locations, at Disney Springs or Downtown Disney. For each toy contributed, Disney will donate an additional $1 to Toys for Tots. Shoppers can also purchase a Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse gingerbread pin from now until December 24th, with another $1 from each sale going to the charity. Disney has a long relationship with the Toys for Tots organization dating back to the beginning in 1947, when Walt Disney personally supervised the design of the Toys for Tots logo. Therefore, it's great to see the company continuing this tradition today. Finally this week, although this year's Destination D event was postponed, members of the official Disney fan club can participate in an upcoming virtual event. D23 Fantastic World Celebration will take place from November 16th through the 20th and feature special events, articles, and merchandise. While many of the presentations, including those dedicated to Fantasia, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Marvel 616, Epcot, and more, are open to all D23 members, others will be exclusively for Gold and Gold family members. To view the full schedule and register for select events, be sure to check out d23.com. That's going to do it for the news this week, so let's get to this week's Twitter poll where I asked you folks, which Disney version of A Christmas Carol is your favorite? Your options were The Muppet Christmas Carol, Mickey's Christmas Carol, or the 2009 motion capture A Christmas Carol starring Jim Carrey. In last place was that 2009 motion capture A Christmas Carol starring Jim Carrey with only 12% of the votes, followed by The Muppet Christmas Carol with 42% of the votes, and the winner is Mickey's Christmas Carol with 46% of the votes. Do you agree with these results? Cast your vote in the Twitter poll every week by following Dizney CTC on Twitter. That's Dizney CTC on Twitter. And folks, if you haven't listened to this past Wednesday's episode of Disney Coast to Coast, be sure to check it out as I discussed my recent vacation to Walt Disney World and what it was like visiting during a pandemic. And this upcoming Wednesday, I speak with Don Iwerks, the son of Disney legend Ub Iwerks. The easiest way to make sure you don't miss any of the magic is by subscribing to Disney Coast to Coast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Wherever you search, don't forget, it's Disney with a Z, Coast to Coast. Also, folks, this is your last chance to order your Zelinsky Labs face mask inspired by the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchise. The last day to order is this upcoming Wednesday, November 18th. So head on over to whositswhatsits.com or click on the link in this episode's description right now so you don't miss out. And to help ensure more free episodes of Disney Coast to Coast, consider becoming part of the DCTC community and gaining rewards over at patreon.com/DisneyCTC. That's patreon.com/DIZNEYCTC. Other than that, folks, have a magical day. Bye!
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Disney Coast to Coast is produced and hosted by Jeff DePauli. Learn more about the podcast and become a supporter at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. This podcast is part of the DePodcast Network. Learn more about this show, plus find more quality and entertaining podcasts at DePodcastNetwork.com. That's DEPodcastNetwork.com.